The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has arrested a suspected drug baron, Afam Emmanuel Ukatu, said to be behind the N3 billion Tramadol deal involving the embattled suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police, Abba Kyari, and his intelligence response team. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories now. At number 10, an improvised device exploded at a beer parlor in Gashua, Bade local government area of Yobe State on Sunday night, killing 1 and injuring 7 others. The explosion occurred around 7:20 p.m. at Abasha Gidan Amaria drinking joint, throwing residents of the area into pandemonium. This is coming barely 5 days after Boko Haram killed 10 persons in a beer parlor in Gaidam. The 7 injured people in the recent explosion are currently receiving treatment at the specialist hospital Gashua. The spokesman of Sector 2 Operation Hadinkai, Nigerian Army, Kennedy Anyanwu, confirmed the incident, but said contrary to what some residents think, the explosion was caused by a cooking gas cylinder. Anyanwu said, "Our men on the ground have told us that the preliminary investigation shows it's a cooking gas that caused the explosion. Due to the current heat being experienced in the state, the possibility of a gas explosion is high, especially if it's not well attended to. It's not a Boko Haram attack." At number 9, French President Emmanuel Macron has emerged winner of the presidential election, defeating his far-right rival, Marine Le Pen, on Sunday by a comfortable margin and securing a second term. The results were displayed on a giant screen at the Champ de Mars Park at the foot of the Eiffel Tower, where Macron's supporters waved French and European Union flags. Le Pen admitted defeat but vowed to keep up the fight, with the June parliamentary elections in mind. At number 8, the Traditional Worshippers Association of Nigeria, Oyo State Branch, has expressed displeasure over the open display of the corpse of the late Alaafin of Oyo, Lamidi Adeyemi III. The group said seeing the remains of the Alaafin all over the internet was disappointing. In a statement signed and released on Sunday, the group said, "It is saddening and we want this to be on record, that we as a body are protesting this act. We do not want our children and grandchildren to question us in the future that we did not act or talk." Alaafin Adeyemi joined his ancestors on April 22nd at the age of 83. At number 7, the National Bureau of Statistics has said average airfare increased by 4.43% from 44,825 naira in February 2022 to 46,810 naira in March 2022. This was contained in the Bureau's Transport Fare Watch in March 2022 document released on Monday. NBS said the average fare paid by air passengers for specific routes single journey increased by 4.43% on a month-on-month from 44,825 naira in February 2022 to 46,810 naira in March 2022. On a year-on-year, the fare rose by 28.26% in March 2022. The report also covered the following categories: bus journey within the city per drop constant route, bus journey intercity, state route, charge per person, airfare charge for specified routes single journey, journey by motorcycle per drop, and waterway passenger transport. At number 6, Russia has warned the US against sending more arms to Ukraine. Russian ambassador to Washington, who spoke in an interview on Monday, warned that large Western deliveries of weapons were inflaming the conflict and would lead to more losses. Russia's invasion of Ukraine since February 24th has killed thousands of people, displaced millions more, and raised fears of a wider confrontation between Russia and the US. The US and European allies have supplied weapons such as drones, heavy artillery, anti-craft Stinger, and anti-tank Javelin missiles to Kyiv. Anatoly Antonov, Russia's ambassador to the US, said such arms deliveries were aimed at weakening Russia, but that they were escalating the conflict in Ukraine while undermining efforts to reach some sort of peace agreement. The interview was replayed on Russian state television throughout Monday. At number 5, an Islamic group, Muslim Rights Concern, has condemned the endorsement of Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for a second term, describing it as unfair and provocative. The director of MIRIC, Professor Ishaq Akintola, expressed the group's displeasure over the governor's second-term endorsement in a statement he signed on Monday. This was in reaction to the reported endorsement of Sanwo-Olu for a second term in office for the 2023 governorship election by the Governance Advisory Council, an apex decision organ of the APC in Lagos. Murik maintained that the endorsement was in violation of the long-standing unwritten rule on rotational governance between Muslims and Christians in Lagos State. Akintola said the Christians have had their 2 terms and it is the turn of Muslims to produce a governor by 2023. At number 4, the presidential aspirant of the African Democratic Congress, Dumebi Kachiku, has proposed a Patriot Act that will ensure that Nigerian public servants share in the sufferings of the average Nigerian. Kachiku, in an interview on Nigeria Info FM on Monday morning, said this act stopped public servants from accessing boreholes, security, electricity and water if these services are not available to the masses. The ADC presidential aspirant, who is the chairman of Roots Television Nigeria, explained that public servants and masses using the same services will provide a coordinated approach towards ensuring that those services work for everyone. Kachiku also revealed some of the ways he would resonate Nigeria's economy, which would include investing in her citizens. At number 3, Twitter is in serious talks to sell the company to billionaire and founder of Tesla, Elon Musk, who made an unsolicited offer to buy the social media platform and privatize it. In the early hours of Monday, an 11-member board held negotiation talks with Musk over his unsolicited bid to buy the company after he began lining up $46.5 billion in financing for the offer last week. Musk had in early April bought 9.2% of the company. At number 2, the National Emergency Management Agency has disclosed that the death toll in Sunday's illegal refinery explosion in Abeze community, Ohaji Egbema local government area of Imo State, has risen to 110. The acting head of the Imo and Abia Operations Office of NEMA, Ifeanyi Naji, disclosed this on Monday. According to Naji, some dead bodies were recovered on Sunday, while some died at various hospitals to increase the total casualty figure so far. Recall that on Sunday, an illegal refinery in Abeze Forest exploded, killing no fewer than 100 people. Finally, at number 1, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has arrested a suspected drug baron, Afam Emmanuel Ukatu, said to be behind the N3 billion Tramadol deal involving the embattled, suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police, Abba Kyari, and his intelligence response team. The NDLEA spokesperson, Femi Babafemi, disclosed this in a statement on Monday titled, NDLEA arrests drug baron behind N3 billion Tramadol linked to Abba Kyari's team. Aside from the N3 billion Tramadol deal, the suspect, Ukatu, is said to be operating 103 bank accounts, most of which are used to launder money. NDLEA said the suspect owns pharmaceutical and plastic manufacturing companies, which he used as a cover to import illicit drugs into Nigeria. This is in addition to operating 103 bank accounts, most of which are used to launder money. The suspect was arrested on Wednesday, April 13th, on board a flight to Abuja at the Murtala Mohammed second terminal of the Lagos Airport, Ikeja. That's all for today, but before I go, I would like to remind you that the 2023 general elections is drawing closer. Do not fail to get your permanent voter's card. See you next time on What's Happening.